Welcome to a new episode of the Insilico Terminal podcast. This time in real life, in person, very special occasion, new occasion. I'm with my good friend Satsdart, and I'm here at his home, invited for our recording. And it's a bit different than usual because this is also our first German guest. While also being in person, and I'm also German, so we usually speak German to each other, but now we're going to speak English for the podcast, and it's also in person, so it's a little bit of a different setup. I hope everything with the quality will be all right, but I'm looking forward to this episode, and I think it will be a nice one. And usually I ask people to introduce themselves at the beginning of the episode, so who are you? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm Sats. I'm mostly trader myself. Probably know me from Twitter, but yeah, most of what I do is trading, shit posting a bit less this year, but that's what I usually do. Yeah.
So how did you get into crypto?
Well, I started when I worked like a part-time job after I moved out. I worked at a grocery store. And I was looking at what I would do with my money that I have left over.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I just researched a bit, and then I found like crypto YouTube, and as the way goes, you usually find the like very, I don't know, like the hype YouTubers, and then I looked through what the ones that looked sort of normal, and then I just watched their videos, and it made sense to them, like the Bitcoin bull case.
Yeah.
So then I just started buying like 100 euros worth of Bitcoin or something.
What kind of content did they make back then? Like, was it just like the usual XRP to the moon, Bitcoin to the moon, and stuff like that? I don't think I've ever watched like a crypto YouTuber myself.
No, he made like, it was like videos every 2 or 3 days. Yeah, market update, Bitcoin did this.
I see.
And there was news about, I don't know, like at the time COVID started, and then he was like, yeah, COVID could do, I don't know, like the Bitcoin bull case at the moment. He did like the look into bitcoin.com. Do you know that website?
I remember it, I've heard about it, but
with like the MVRZ score,
okay,
Pi cycle indicator, and like the moving averages or whatever, like all those metrics.
Yeah,
he'd go over that.
Were you ever interested in like the technology part, or did you already look at it from a financial lens or like trading lens mostly?
I mean, I understood the tech somewhat, but it's not what's most interesting to me. I didn't care that much that, like, I understood that financially it makes sense, like for example Bitcoin, that it's like all on chain, like no one can take it from you, but that was just part of like the financial bull case.
So you already started looking at it as a way to make money, basically.
Or like a way to store my money, I guess.
So you just like DCA'd into different things at the beginning, or? I see.
It was Bitcoin, ETH. I remember I sold one of my knives in CS. I sold it for ETH at like $250, and then ETH went from, what was it, like 320 to like 80 in 2 months in the March crash.
What did it feel like?
I mean, at the time it was a lot of money to, I had like 400 in crypto maybe, or 500, and then I was on vacation with my family, and then I saw, because at the time I was holding Bitcoin, ETH, and Link, and then I opened TradingView, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? We were like out exploring the city, and I was like, what the fuck's going on here? But then by the time I got back, I'm like, yeah, this is probably a good opportunity. And then I didn't have much money, but then I thought, yeah, I should probably put that all in now.
So you just put it in Bitcoin and ETH and Link, basically, or?
Yeah.
And then I guess you did pretty well in 2020 doing what happened?
Well, I wanted to...
Did you already post on Twitter back then? Like, did you already have...
I made my account in May, so...
I see.
2 months after March.
Yeah.
And that's when I started learning to trade, which means... I mean, Bitcoin went up a lot in 2020.
Yeah.
Like, everything I held went up a lot. But then all those profits, I'd put like $50, $100 into Bybit, Binance, and try to trade. And like, treat it as I will lose this money to get experience and learn to trade. It took me a while to actually figure out trading profitably, but yeah. Like, during DeFi summer, everyone else was making money, and I was there sitting on Bybit trying to trade like $50 into like 1K or something. And it felt like I was being stupid, but in the end, like long term, I think it paid off.
What kind of strategy did you use back then to trade?
It was... You remember Salsa back then, right?
Yeah.
Salsa Tequila. He would always post like every thought he had on the market, and I'm doing this because, I don't know, like people got liquidated, I'm buying. And I tried to always not copy trade him, but to make like a mental model. What would Salsa do right now? And then try to trade based off that. And then that worked pretty well. Like, mostly just like 1 minute chart trading, buying liquidations, and waiting for the bounce and then closing again.
So did you manage to run up some accounts that way, or?
Yeah, run up and then back down as it goes in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, from May to like end of year, I think I was only up like 2x or something, even though I should be up way more. Because I also got like the uni airdrop, for example, because I did a few trades during DeFi summer, but nothing, like I could have made so much more if I just stick to that. But I wanted to learn perps trading.
And when did it start to become more worth it for you to do that?
I'd say like early 21, I was at a point where I thought I was good enough to trade that I could put more money into it. So that was, I kept some, I don't know if it was ETH or Bitcoin, but the rest was just in exchanges trading back on FTX, I think, back then.
The good old days.
Yeah.
So you just like kept the same strategy, but you got better at it over time, or like started losing less?
It was always perps, 1 minute trading, having 3 screens open, waiting for liquidation.
Yeah.
And just really short-term trading.
I see. And I think at some point in like 2021, you also went way more onto like on-chain stuff. Like you were pretty good into like the rotation game that was there back then, like AVAX.
That was like... So in early 21, I was good at perps trading, but then the May 21 crash came, and that basically zeroed me, like, pretty much.
I see.
I had some like altcoin positions and like some of the stuff I cashed out, but I did like all the stupid things, like you keep depositing more margin because you're gonna get liquidated, and then it just kept going down.
Yeah.
And then that summer, for like 1 or 2 months, I was just like not doing anything crypto because I didn't really have money. And then I took what was left and tried to... That's also where I started my... Because I have an Excel sheet where every week I type the amount that I have, because I track everything with Excel, like everything in my life. as a German would.
More some Germans. No, I also like track quite a lot of things in Excel sheets. Now that I think about it, maybe not as much as you, but like
yeah, I mean it's helpful.
It is helpful, yeah.
But yeah, that's when I was like, yeah, I'm down a lot of money, but this money I have now is 100% of what I have, so I'll make the most of it, and not treating it like, I don't know, certain dollar amount, but 100% just do the best with it.
Yeah.
And then I started thinking, like, on perps, there's always the risk of you just becoming really stupid one day and making mistakes that can cost you the entire account. And then I was looking elsewhere, like on chain. I saw, I think I traded a bit on DYDX in late 2020, early 21.
Oh, was it already around back then?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I had like, I think I had 1 ETH of volume there.
Yeah.
Which is nothing, but my airdrop then, I think the airdropped in like, was it September 21? Sometime around there. I got a pretty good airdrop there. And then before that, I found AVAX and saw like, yeah, this is a growing ecosystem. I should probably take part in this. Like every chart is just up only. And then you think, oh, everything's gone up only. It's time to look at it.
Yeah.
And then that was really what rebuilt my portfolio.
Yeah.
Like I really made a lot of money on like Joe. What else was there? There were like a bunch of meme coins and then like the Snowbank, Snowdog.
Yeah.
Sadly, I didn't make money there. Well, I made money on...
What is a Snowdog story? Can you tell us?
Oh, yeah. So in the beginning, there was Snowbank, which was just like the OHM fork on Avalanche. And, well, the first one was Wonderland, like Time. And then there was another one, Snowbank.
Yeah.
And Snowbank, we had like an AVAX community chat. And pretty early on, people were like, yeah, let's buy this thing. And we're all like just buying it up. And then it went like 50x in like 10 hours or something. Back in the good old days.
Yeah.
And yeah, I made good money there. But then I staked all of that and just waited because, well, if no one sells, we'll all make more
free
by the daily or like every 8 hour.
Yeah.
Like rebase. And then sometime later, I don't remember exactly, but Snowdog launched and it was like the same thing as Snowbank. But then they had like this, yeah, we're gonna do a big like buyback of the token with all of the backing. And only then I found out, because I talked to the Snowbank guy through Twitter a little bit, because I think they DM'd me first, or I DM'd them, I don't know. But then I was like, hey, are you guys doing Snowdog? This is a bit weird that you're doing 2 different tokens. But then I don't remember what really happened, like what we talked about. But yeah, in the end, it was, they did the buyback and then it went straight to zero. Yeah. I think a day before I bought into Snowdog, I put like 10K in. And then when the buyback came, I was like hammering sell.
Yeah.
And it showed like your 10K is now 250K. I refreshed, it wouldn't work. Now it's 50K. Refreshed, it wouldn't work. And then I clicked the sell button. It went through. And I think I ended up with like 10.2K.
Yeah.
So in profit a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I thought, okay, now I'll put this money back into Snowbank, which was like their other token, which then also just, it went from, I think it was like 2K down to $80 or something. So yeah, basically to zero.
Happens to the best of us. Like back then, you were way more active with like sharing what you did. At least from what I remember.
Yeah.
Before we knew each other, when I just like followed your account and you were like growing, you shared a lot of what you did. I also like bought a lot of stuff on. Like I bought Joe, I think, on AVAX, and like Teddy and
oh yeah, Teddy.
What else I was, and then also like Jewel and all of that stuff afterwards. Did these things that like went to zero afterwards kind of like disencourage you from like sharing more stuff?
Yeah. 100%.
Because we got like so much toxicity from that?
Yeah, because back then I thought, oh yeah, I'm just helping these people, like sharing it because I'm so smart. Like, I didn't think I was the best, but I thought, yeah, I can, like, if I share what I do, maybe it helps other people. But then those people, they wouldn't think, oh nice, he's sharing that. I'll take a look. Maybe it's interesting for me. It's more like, yeah, I'm buying this because of him.
Yeah.
And then if it goes down, that's all his fault.
Yeah.
And I realized, like, the payoff you get if you're, like, I made that my entire personality. Like, Jewel, for example, was like, I was the Jewel guy.
Yeah.
And then, like, what am I gonna do? Like, at the top, I thought about, hey, you made a huge return here. Maybe you should sell some. But then I was like, yeah, but these people, they followed me into this. So,
yeah,
because I'm a very, like, honest person. So I wouldn't feel good about telling people to buy something. And then I'm just like, yeah, sorry, I sold.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I didn't tell you guys. Or, yeah, it was weird back then.
I feel like it's very difficult if you're like make something your whole personality, like coin or even chain or whatever. Like even when you
there's no recovering from it, because you can't just be like, yeah guys, that's it from me. Like, the only thing you can do afterwards is leave.
And everyone wants to sell at some point.
Yeah.
Like that's the point of like having the token in the first place, that you like want to sell it. Even if you look at something like the Ethereum Foundation, like they kind of have to sell their ETH to like fund their operations, if it's like good or bad or whatever, but like they have to do it, and then people still flame them for it because it's like a negative pressure in the market. And they're even doing like something useful or like debatably useful with that money, but it's still like it's very hard to like
why would they sell? I want it to go up so I can sell higher.
Yeah, exactly. We all just want to buy it and like find a similar person to sell to. But I think Twitter also changed quite a lot from back then. Like back then it was way more common for people to like share what they were doing. And
because it wasn't, people didn't share anything to immediately sell into what was coming. Like Hisaka, for example, he would, I don't know, tweet some like AVAX meme or something, or like tweet about Joe, and then he'd hold it for like 3 months.
Yeah.
But now it feels like people tweet. I mean, now it's dead anyways, but like 6-8 months ago, people were tweeting, oh yeah, I found this amazing new meme, or like they write paragraphs worth of shit about their token, and then 2 minutes later they sell into the people buying. Like,
it's basically just like an advertisement mechanism or like marketing mechanism at this point. Like I can remember back then, it was also a bit more about like obviously everyone wants to make money, everyone wants to make profit, but it's a bit like, I'm gonna share something for like other people to also like profit with me, or like some people thought of that at least, and then like someone realized like, hey, I can just use that to like sell, dump on people, and now everything on Twitter has basically just become extraction in that way, because it's like even just the attention itself, when like Kaito happened and all of that, now it's all just bots, and you can make money from engagement itself, and that kind of like ruined all of CT in like a major way.
Especially like, remember Salsa back then, like all of his knowledge he'd just post on Twitter. He could have probably sold that in like a coaching program or whatever. He could have made so much money, but because he was just tweeting it out for everyone to see, for example, I got to learn from him and learn trading through him. Basically, I didn't need anyone else, just myself, my own mistakes, my own like learnings, but then reading how he sees the market and learning based off that.
I think you can just get way too much like negative backlash nowadays if you like share your thoughts about the market too much, because people just want to make money.
Do you see Salsa's comments now? It's like always, no, you're always wrong, man.
I mean, he kind of admits himself that he's like washed now.
But still, I mean, I replied to him once saying like he's the best Bitcoin trader I know, and the worst altcoin trader I know, which is kind of true. But I think when I'm not being negative, it's more like poking at him or like making jokes, but there's people that they copy trade you and then they expect you to fall for their losses, which is just the wrong way.
Yeah, you can't really like. That's kind of like a scary thing about your account becoming too big.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you just think about it in theory, it's nice to have a big account, big audience, blah blah blah. Especially like if you just want to extract from people, but I kind of like really appreciate having the freedom to post what I want mostly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of not there for you anymore with like that account size, because you have to be more conscious about what people are gonna do with that information.
And then like all the people that just come to you because they see, oh, he has lots of followers, I'll DM him, I don't know, pretend to be his friend. Like
yeah.
I
mean, there's also upside, I guess. There's also like positive.
Yeah, always. Yeah.
Yeah, that kind
even just like airdrops for like Kaito and stuff.
Yeah.
I still got an airdrop from them, even though I wasn't like making weird engagement farm tweets.
Did you still like during all that on-chain phase, did you like stop trading perps completely, or you still traded perps as well?
Wait, let me think.
Or like how did your trading evolve over the years after like 2021 and
yeah, I think back then I was barely trading anymore because I wanted to be like all in on whatever, because I was doing rotations, so I always thought, yeah, I'd have to be all in into the best coin possible, and because I wanted to, it's like the mindset you have when you have like 5k in the market. Yeah, I want to hit like a 10x and then put that all into another 10x. But then I missed the mark where I was like, yeah, now you have to diversify, look at downside risk as well. And then I failed pretty hard in that department.
Yeah.
And then 2022, I was like, everyone was hating, or like not everyone obviously, but like the loud voices are always the negative ones. And that's when I took like a 3-month break, I think, from Twitter. Because I would just see the people that they lost a lot of money and then they blame me for it. And then I'm here. I also lost a lot of money with them because I told them I'm buying this thing. So I held it all the way back down, basically, because I felt like I was forced to buy because I didn't want to be dishonest. Even though it's like, looking back, it's stupid.
I mean, you don't really owe anyone anything. But I guess it's good to like take
and that's what I learned for this cycle. Like I didn't make anything my personality. I was just tweeting whatever I wanted to, and also had more like coins that wouldn't go down 99% in a few weeks.
So did you trade like did you get back into perps trading in 2022 then?
Yeah. Well, after the FTX, like after that went down, because before that I was basically doing nothing. Like I was just at home playing video games 24/7, like trying to forget losing so much money. And then we were in Lisbon at like the Airbnb with Peach, Reese, all of them, and like talking to all the guys there it kind of made me want to be part of crypto, or like wanting to build my portfolio up again. So then I came home, I liquidated some CS skins and like some other stuff, put money back in the market, and then traded my way up again on mostly just perps, and then put the profits into ETH and Bitcoin, I think, at the time.
What exactly about that inspired you so much? Because I think that's a really good story for like many people to hear, because many people have like that experience of losing or just not making that much, or getting like a bit hopeless or whatever. And what inspired you to keep going after that?
I think the main thing was just being there with my friends and experiencing, like, having a nice time, but then also like talking about crypto and like what the other guys' plans are and whatever, like that it inspired me to where I was like, yeah, you can't just be like this loser that just sits in his room and
Yeah.
plays video games. Now you can be a bit less of a loser, play video games, but also do crypto.
Yeah.
So I wanted to. Well, I just had like the drive came back to want to be good at this and to make money.
I feel like that's really important to have like good people around you to inspire you to improve and become better. I remember when I first started going to conferences and stuff, it was still during like 2023 when the market did go back up, but it was still like bear market vibes, especially on timeline as well. And it really motivated me to just like see that people are still there. They still care about crypto. They still like try to do something with it, build something with it, build their wealth themselves with it. And that was really like inspiring to see that there's like hey, it's not just me that sees like something in this. Like there's other people as well, and that kind of helps you to like keep going and be like.
And then you can also see like, oh, there's some people that are with me in this and they wanted to succeed, and then there's people that are like giving up on it, and you kind of want to prove to them that no, it's worth being here.
Yeah.
And like it's kind of like in a Ponzi scheme. If I buy now, they'll have to buy after me later.
So I get that. I remember I have a friend that is also like very into crypto. Like he knows a lot about it. Maybe he will watch this as well. And it's like he's also been in it for like a similar amount of time as me. But I remember like in 2021 after FTX happened, there was like this CoffeeZilla video about it, I think, which like reached a ton of normies, and he sent me that, and he was like, yeah, crypto is over, whatever. And I was like, no, I'm just gonna stick around anyway, I don't care.
Yeah.
And he's definitely, I guess, regretted his decision back then, because he's like went back in anyway, especially as like meme coins came around and whatever, but he's also like a bit of a gambler, so he's not done too well in that department. I was just like laughing at the thought that he might watch this. But yeah, it's definitely worth to just like stick around. For me, it was the same, especially like looking back and seeing there have been like cycles before where the exact same thing happened.
Yeah.
And I've also already been through a cycle because I joined in 2017, and it was like the same thing. But I feel like it's very
whenever the market goes down a lot, it's more like it's just smart to see it as opportunity.
Yeah.
Because it always goes up and down. But if you pay attention while it's down, you'll probably get more alpha than by being there when it's like at the peaks. That's also like one of the main inspirations to me was we were at the Airbnb, like at like 8 guys, I think, at the Airbnb. Like this was back in Lisbon during FTX, and then the withdrawal is locked. I think.
But we wasn't night when it happened, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, we were there, and then I walked down the stairs and I saw Alex Wise with an S, not the C.
Yeah.
He was on the couch on his laptop just trading like the spreads between like his withdrawal locked FTX account and Binance. And then I thought, damn, that's really cool. That's like you're profiting of like a terrible situation, which showed me that like it's not always over when there's something bad happening. Like, so I saw it more like an opportunity to get back in because prices were also cheap then.
I feel like that's where most of the opportunity lies, in like the worst moments, like 10-10 recently, or just like when a lot of people get liquidated and lose hope and whatever, then there's always a lot of opportunity. So did you like still continue to trade the 1 minute chart when you got like back into perps trading, or did your strategy change after that?
In the beginning I tried to, but I realized that doesn't really work. Or maybe I got washed. I don't know. It didn't work for me that well anymore.
It was like a different environment as well.
I feel like it always changed, because now I could probably have the same strategy I had in 2021 and I would, I don't know, just lose only, because the market is just different now.
Yeah.
It's way less, because back then it was like the over leveraged retards that were getting stopped out, and then you just, thanks for the fill, and it's just back up within like a few hours. But now it's more like slow rollovers, and there's no 5% insta dump in one candle apart from 10 cents.
Yeah. No, I feel like institutions and ETFs and whatever have definitely changed the market in that regard. Like it just moves differently than it did back then, even though I didn't like trade that actively. So did you like so you're now like more a higher time frame person since then, basically, right?
Yeah, I checked my CMM. Like my perps profit was, I think 70% of my profit is trading Bitcoin. So that's what I always stick to. And then always the trades I do best in was buying, I don't remember the price levels, but like buying early January and then selling in March, like holding perps on Bitcoin for like a long time.
Because of seasonality or like just market structure?
Yeah, just everything. Mostly just, I think it goes up. So, because I didn't, well, I felt like I didn't have enough exposure. So I wanted to have more.
I didn't know that Bitcoin was like your most, where most of your profits came.
Yeah.
I thought you're more of like an altcoin.
Yeah, I mean, some alts I trade really well, but others I don't. ETH, for example, I'm negative P&L on ETH. I think it's also because I mostly use ETH if I want to hedge. But that might also just be an excuse. But it's more, I don't know, ETH has never been my perps go-to. Which might be a good thing, because if instead of BTC I set in ETH,
so like
as long as probably.
How do you use it to hedge?
Well, oftentimes it's like overnight. I want to, well, not so anymore now, but like back then it was overnight. I felt like I don't want to, like, for example, I'd be in a Bitcoin position for 4 weeks. And then I think I could either take profit from my Bitcoin long now, or it's a long-term position, but I can hedge overnight if I want to, I don't know, sleep well, or if I feel like it's probably going to go down. I was more inclined to just hedge with ETH.
What is it like nowadays for you? I think right now you're not doing that much because the market is kind of boring and there's not really that much going on.
This year it's been really slow, especially since like April. I had a few trades that went bad in like May and June, I think. And then afterwards I was like, yeah, this is not my environment. So I took all the money out of perps accounts and just, tried to, like, for example, take part in Pump ICO, do like Monad, do Mega, like look for other ways to make money while perps are not in a condition where I can trade well.
I feel like April was kind of like the only real huge opportunity, and then it's also just been ranging for the rest of the year. And
I think I had good trades into April, but then held them for too long. And then once got wrecked on hype, I think it was. Because, remember, I was in Bavaria. We were at like I don't know what you call it in English, like the beer events, whatever festival, where you just drink, like Volksfest.
Yeah, what is that in English? It's just a good question.
It's like a mini Oktoberfest.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
And then I got really drunk, and then I walked back home. It was like 2 or 3 a.m. I checked my phone, and then I got liquidated. Fuck. Just like the entire 2 days before, I didn't check the positions for whatever reason. I don't.
Did you not use a stop loss?
No.
You were just like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah. I think that was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But like whenever I go to Bavaria, visit my family, I'm like, not checking. I don't care about charts right now, which is, I mean, good for my family, I think, but bad for my portfolio and that.
Why don't you just like at least protect your position? So like go before that.
I couldn't tell you now. I think I also miscalculated because I think I had spot that didn't count towards my collateral.
Oh, I see.
So I thought I had way more collateral than I actually had.
Yeah.
So then the It was like 80% of my collateral was something that didn't count towards my margin. So I thought I had 5 times more collateral than I had.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That
was a stupid mistake, but
yeah,
that's what happens.
So happens. What do you think about perp DEXs? I feel like that's kind of the new meta right now, like the only interesting thing apart from like pre-sales or whatever.
I think it's good that we have them. I don't trade on them that much. Like I used hype early, but I thought it was so laggy that because I was used to like centralized exchange, like everything's instant.
At the beginning, it also just wasn't that.
Yeah. So then I was like, I mean, this is cool that it exists, but I don't think it's as special as people make it out to be. Which is also why, like, I don't think I touched it again until like very recently.
Yeah.
Like if I traded my sex perps on hype, I probably would have gotten like a huge error, but oh well, that's what happens. Because I was also like too lazy to check it out again because I checked it out in the beginning and I didn't like it.
Yeah, I get that. I only did it because I had the vault, and then like you all put money into that, and I liquidated that. True, which has also been a story all the good player thanks to like CL pointing it out, which is a funny bit. But yeah, I also like kind of dismissed hype. I didn't really think it would be as successful as it is right now. And then I did the same thing with Lighter as well. I mean, I guess we don't really know if Lighter
I remember
successful,
I opened because Jazz was tweeting about it, and I wanted to. I even made like a sticky note that I wanted to check out Lighter, and then I went to the page and it said like it was asking me for like a code, and I'm like, what do you mean code? Fuck you, just let me trade. And then I was like, fuck this shit, I'm not gonna touch it. And then I haven't opened it since. I don't know. I've only used Extended and WooFi Pro, of course, because that's why I did the first orderly challenge and then the second one. I use it sometimes, but mostly just centralized exchange.
And all of the exchanges on Insilico terminal, obviously.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
only product placement
through the terminal
in this episode. No, but you're not really a terminal. You've still never tried it, right?
No, I think I opened it once because they were supposed to integrate with WooX back in like early 23, and then that fell apart or something. I don't remember, but yeah, then it was like that the terminal doesn't have my exchange that I'm using, so
that's like the primary reason why you just never.
I mean, I'd probably use it if I was on Binance or Bybit or whatever else hyperliquid.
The less exchange. No, I mean there's like still exchanges being added and like many more things to come. Yeah, I think we don't always need to like shill everything out of the terminal. Obviously, I use the terminal for all of my trades on all the exchanges that exist and blah blah blah. But what else did I want to talk about? I think like there's a new perp called like the Kraken one, right? Nado.
Yeah, Nado. Yeah, Ponzi told me about it.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I mean, it gave me a few errors when I tried depositing.
Really?
And then it's also on Inkchain, so
yeah.
I don't know, like maybe who knows? But I wouldn't. I don't know.
I've tried to
have a bull case for it.
I've tried to do what you said because that sounds kind of interesting. Like what he said about because it's like already multi collateral, so you can like.
And there's like a vault that
it's
like HLP, but then that. What you put in there, you can use as collateral for trading, which is like something new. Yeah.
No, I think like Extended is also like doing the same thing, right? But they haven't. Or
like, they
did it now. I think I didn't try it yet, but like I wanted to do like the strategy of like looping the like lending Bitcoin, blah blah blah. And then
Ponzi's alpha
farm points. Yeah, but the thing is like the vault is full, so I couldn't do it yet.
Yeah, same.
But maybe that would be interesting. But yeah, I'm also really curious like how the perp DEXs will develop, especially like as Lighter, TG nears, and I guess more is to come next year, and also the general market outlook is kind of like terrible at the moment.
Yeah.
And also hype is kind of going to zero.
Yeah.
So
what is like hype is like the benchmark that all, like, no one would be trading on like NATO if there wasn't hype with like, what is it, 30 billion valuation?
Yeah.
Like all that is just, I want to farm the next huge airdrop, and I think most of them will just die off. It's basically like the L1 trade again in 2020.
Yeah, it's kind of like every mid.
There's a new one. Do you remember like what was it? Like the incentive package for like a chain where Avalanche had like 400 million they put
right.
in yield to DeFi users, and then that would be like that's why it's good. Or then Harmony would come, and what else? Like all those random L1s you've never heard of suddenly have like $1 billion in coins they want to give out. I feel like that's kind of where perp DEXs are now. And then we just get a few winners out of that, and then
I think there's definitely room for like multiple ones, especially if they have some differentiation. But I guess there's like too many, just like with like everything that gets popular. There's just too many of it, and like it's not even like all of them are there yet. Like when Mega Eve launches, they will also have like a couple of new ones coming as well. And I guess we said, but I think it's kind of cool that we're moving into that direction, and that
because it's good for crypto overall if there's more competition in that space.
I agree. So that's like a good thing, but we will see. What is
like it's the same for L1s? Like for the end user, it's the best if, like, for example, Solana is now fast chain. Like that's good, cheap, fast chain. True. That's why all the apps are, or like most of the apps are on there now. It's better for the end user that you don't pay $150 a ETH gas.
I mean, if there's like a niche, then there will also always be something that like fills it.
Yeah.
Hopefully efficient market. And whatever.
Sooner or later.
Well, what is like a general market outlook right now, end of 2025, moving into 2026?
I think I talked to Ponzi earlier, and we were both like, we just have to wait it out. Like, because at the moment, I want to buy back into hype. I don't have any right now. But with the way Bitcoin and the rest of the market's looking, I don't want to rush into the position, especially with all the people that have like huge borrowed positions or like huge longs on hype with liquidations at, what is it, like $23, $24, $22. You just have to wait because there's so much overhang and people don't have an incentive to buy now because those people get liquidated if it goes down a bit more. So it's just waiting game now, I think, on hype. And then Bitcoin, I mean, I still hold mine. It's not really like a trading stack. It's more like I want to hold Bitcoin. So I think it can go down like, I don't know, 20, 30% more from here. But it doesn't have to. Like, I probably go back into perps trading if it goes like materially lower from here to like get more exposure again. But for now, I'm happy just waiting in stables and some Bitcoin, some Solana, and then a lot of JLP as well.
So nowadays you like mostly just use perps to like increase exposure basically for leverage.
Unless I see something that I think is actually like a really good trade, but that's at the moment that
very scarred.
Yeah.
What do you think about Solana's future?
I'm pretty bullish Solana because you always have the ETH is so much higher. There's like somewhat like I don't know how to say it, like
catch up trade or
sort of
comparative valuation thing.
I think ETH. No, this is a crazy take. I think ETH can actually go up. No, but I'm a big fan of ETH and Solana. It's like a greater good for, like, it's what I believe in should exist, and all the other chains. They basically, like, it makes sense for ETH and Solana to win with all the other chains popping up, and then they're not really improving on the end level user. Like, Solana improved on ETH, but then Solana itself is like, it's good as an end product. Like, that's why the apps are building on there. Like, Pump Fund wouldn't have worked on ETH, but you don't need a new chain to have that.
Yeah.
So I think them both, they're like the cornerstone of like on-chain economy for me.
Do you still believe in cycles? I feel like it's getting more and more difficult as we're like moving on.
I mean, cycles, yeah, but like the boom bust type cycles where it just goes up 100x and then it falls 90% is, I don't know. I don't think, well, I mean, markets are always irrational, but I feel like that's going to be more muted.
Yeah.
It's more like probably the way stocks are trading. I mean, they're also going, look at Nvidia is also going up like 50x or something, but
no, but I think it's the same because like there's more of a floor, like this institutional bit, same as there is with stocks, because it's kind of like Bitcoin isn't like as backstopped as stocks through like the Fed and stuff maybe, but there's still like steady money coming in.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna crash back down to 20-30k. It's more gonna be like slower cycles with
probably
kind of like how indexes go up 50%, down 20, up 50, down 20, more like that. Of course, much more volatility, but the downside will be more muted at least. Unless we get some like big Sailor sells it all or quantum computing backing like the Satoshi wallets.
It will be, I don't know if that's ever gonna, but I guess we just find out. We'll just like go into the next year. We have 3 more years of Trump. Hope that he would like fix all of our lives and like switch forever, and then no one really knows what's going to happen. Legalize perps and everything. I want to talk a bit more about your, because I think you have a really good mindset when it comes to trading and also just like life in general, because you have a very humble approach and mostly like a very positive outlook on things, and which also like surprised me like a little bit, because I remember, I don't know if I ever told you this, but like before we knew each other, I kind of thought you were retarded.
You told me.
Because like the way that you're on Twitter is like a bit like similar to me actually, but it's like
hyperactive.
Yeah, and like being a bit toxic sometimes, just having fun or whatever, because like that's just fun to do on Twitter. But in real life, you're very chill and very like normal and humble, and like I feel like you didn't really change much with your success in life, and I'm curious about your like what could you tell people to like improve their mindset and have a similar approach, because I think it could be very useful.
I think for me the biggest thing was just being, because I always played CS with my close friends back home, and then if you talk to them every day, like how are you gonna change if they don't change? And it's not really like, I never saw myself, oh, now I have money, now I'm better than them. But
I see.
Like everything for me is still the same. I don't have to change anything for them, and then I also don't need to change for anyone else. Like in 2021, I felt like I was kind of losing that a bit, because I mean, you're young, you make a lot of money.
It's pretty easy, like so many people.
Yeah, but then I also saw like the people around me, how they became, and then I thought, maybe I'm here with, or like those people, I don't want to be like them. That's not how I was raised. That's not like what I have very big, like I'm very like for myself, I expect a lot of myself, but I also expect a lot from other people because of that, I think that if I expect a lot from other people, then I also have to expect a lot from myself. So I just have to be a good version of myself, I guess.
Yeah.
So I can only hold other people accountable if I also do the same for myself.
That's true, actually. I think that's a really good way to think about it. I think many people kind of lose that in
like my ex-girlfriend always said, "Oh, you judge people way too much. You're so judgeful." But then I think like, yeah, maybe I judge people too much, but I do the same with myself.
Yeah.
So it's like fair in a way.
Yeah.
Because my standards I also apply to other people, but of course I apply to myself.
I mean, we could get into like a whole philosophical debate. That's like the good thing to do or whatever. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really control what other people do, but you can control what you do, and if you get better with what you're doing, and I think you have
at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself and not the other people. So you can judge them, but you also have to judge yourself.
Yeah,
because you're the one you're living with.
Yeah. No, I think you definitely have made a very good development for like a young person that has like made a decent amount of money.
Yeah, I think so too.
Especially compared to like a lot of other people and how it affects them, and I think that's it's very good and important to remain humble and
and I think I wouldn't say but for me it kind of is easy because I saw other people, and then I asked myself like, do you want to be this guy or do you want to be this guy who's way cooler, like down to earth? That's what I want to be. Like, for example, Kobe. Would you rather, I don't know, have some random CT guy that made 2 million and then, I don't know, went to Thailand, lost it all on hookers and partying? Or do you want Kobe, who's now like...
Many such cases.
Yeah, but for me it was an easy choice. I want to be more like the normal person.
I get that. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. Or like, I mean, having fun with your money and whatever is also nice, but like,
yeah, I mean, I did too.
Yeah,
I like all of 23 and a lot of 24. I traveled a lot. Like I was barely home all of 23, which, I mean, it was a lot of fun, but it was also very expensive. It's a good lesson to have, but now like this year I'm mostly staying home, spending normal amounts of money, because it's also way better for your just for your mind, I think. Because if you're always flying around, you kind of lose the value of money, I think.
Yeah, I feel like that happens very easily in crypto.
Or you always want more, like, yeah, I flew business class to Bali. Maybe next time I'll try first class.
No, that's very true. I think that's a good way to think about it.
Yeah. So now I'm more like my IRL friends, for example. I want to go to like a techno festival with them. Maybe I'll buy them like the ticket to that, or that's like money so much. That's so much better spent money than I don't know, having 2 more flights a year.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's very true. I think my last question is like, what do you see your future being like? What keeps you going? Do you see yourself like keep being a trader for the foreseeable future? Do you want to do something else?
I think so, yeah. I thought about getting, like, this was because when I was like 16, 17, my goal was to be like a hedge fund manager, which is kind of what I am for myself right now, but I still have that kind of, I want to get that experience at one point in my life, but I don't know what it would look like. Maybe I'll get like an internship somewhere just to get the experience, but yeah, trading is really fun to me. So I think it's what I want to do the rest of my life.
Even if it's just by yourself, or would you ever like consider joining some other people? Like
I think
perp.
both is possibly both. Yeah. Like I like having my own, like taking my own decisions with my own money.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like talking to other people about trades. Like I talk to Ponzi a lot.
Mm-hmm.
The guest from 3 episodes ago,
I think it was like, oh wait, no, at this point it's like 7. Maybe.
Oh really?
Yeah, damn, I did a couple already, but yeah, he's a cool guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's also like, I think it's very valuable to like talk to different traders, and also that you have in crypto like such an easy opportunity.
Yeah.
To have so many people.
Yeah, because it also opens your mind to new things.
Yeah.
Like NATO, for example, he told me,
yeah,
try this out.
I think that's one of the best advantages of doing the podcast, because I get to talk to so many traders and understand how they think, and also like share some stuff with them and get to know them a bit better. And that's like very useful, because like if you went to the traditional finance route and you need to get a degree or something, or like there's like a way higher barrier to entry for everything that you could.
Yeah, you can't just go and talk to like some suits on Wall Street.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but you're probably not going to get the same insight.
I feel like the barrier is kind of like increasing a little bit, but it's still like in crypto it's just way easier to get to know people. And like even if you just show up, like you go to conferences, you meet some people and whatever, it's just it's
not even about getting to know people and then them helping you in some way or anything like that. More like seeing what's possible, how other people see the world.
Yeah.
Or like
sure,
crypto. It's good to see other people's opinions.
Yeah.
Because you form your own opinions, but if you never test them against other people's, it's hard to know if you're actually doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Like talking to Ponzi, it's like while I'm talking to him, I realize, maybe this idea I had was stupid, or he's got a good point. Maybe I should change my approach.
It's nice to like have someone like test your thought process and stuff, and because it can become quite like only being with yourself and being like with the market. I mean, obviously you get like proven right or wrong by the decisions you make, but sometimes you don't make a decision and then you don't really know, and then it's like good to talk about that with other people, or you get a new perspective or anything like that. So for that, it's pretty good. I think that's like it for what I wanted to talk about today. Do you have any like final words of wisdom maybe, or like anything you want to plug at the end? Everything to share?
Let me think. Not really. Just for people, I don't know, if you make money, make sure you actually, like, especially if you make it quick, make sure that you put some of it into safe investments, or like safer investments, and figure out your tax, figure everything out, because I've seen so many people come and go and then they make lots of money and then don't think about the downside risks. And I was one of them myself, so always secure the status that you want to have if you make it.
Yeah, if you make life-changing, that's a good quote that I like read. Like, if you make life-changing money, then like take some out and actually change your life. And, put some aside. This is
like you don't have to take out 80%, and even if you do, it's probably not the end of the world.
Yeah,
the 20% you can still do lots of good investments with, because you started with way less. So.
I guess that's a good lesson that you learned after like losing all of your money.
Yeah, because this cycle I was much more conservative, taking money out all the time. And I remember tweeting like back during the like meme coin times, like if you make it big on meme coins, like just take some out to at least like Solana, for example, and people was, why are you so bearish on this? Like, no, it's not being bearish. Like, if you don't sell on the way up, there's no way you're gonna sell on the way down, because you think, I had so much more. Why would I sell now?
And then you can also use the liquidity that is actually there if like people are buying, and it just makes a lot more sense to do that. Yeah,
if you're not used to selling, then you won't get used on the way down.
Yeah.
Everyone always says that, but there's no way they're ever going to do that.
I feel like
I know from myself.
selling in profit is just like psychologically a bit easier than like selling on the way down.
Yeah, and it's also, if the chart is going up only and you sell into that, you always sell the top at the moment, which is like, what better part to investing is there? Like, that's the best thing.
It's better to miss out on some gains than to like round trip everything. Also,
like if you keep being all in that thing, it's basically saying, I'm too stupid to have another good investment in the future, which just should never be the case. Or if you think you're too stupid, then put it in cash.
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's good advice. I think that's a good good point to wrap it up. Thank you very much for coming on. Thank you for inviting me. So once again, this was also like awkward as fuck because we like usually don't speak to each other this way. But I hope you all still enjoy it. I had a lot of fun, and thank you everyone for listening.